The Orlando Magic are the best team nobody is talking about. They were one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference last season, winning 47 games and finishing as the 5 seed. Paolo Banchero emerged as one of the best young stars in the league, making the first all-star team of his career, and several other young players on the Magic blossomed. Now in the end, they did lose in the first round to Cleveland, but it was a very competitive series. The Cavaliers needed a full 7 games to eliminate the Magic. This Magic team is clearly on the upswing, and they made a great addition in free agency, picking up the veteran Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who's been an NBA champion with both the Lakers and the Nuggets. With the veteran leadership and excellent two-way production KCP will bring, and the continued development of the young core on the team, this Orlando Magic squad could be legit title contenders going into next season. First, let's discuss why KCP was a great pickup for the Magic. He may not be a star or a big name, but KCP solves a big weakness for Orlando, and that's 3-point shooting. The Magic ranked dead last in 3-point percentage last season. With KCP, they get one of the NBA's premier shooters. He shot over 40% from deep in 3 of the last 4 seasons. Going from Gary Harris at the starting shooting guard spot to KCP will make a night and day difference. Harris shot well from deep in the regular season, but he made just 31% of his threes in the Magic's first round defeat to the Cavaliers. Having KCP, who's both a proven regular season and postseason shooter, will help the Magic space the floor much better than they were able to last season. KCP is also going to improve the Magic defensively. He's been one of the top perimeter defenders throughout his career, and on the Nuggets, he consistently got the job of guarding the other team's best player in the backcourt. KCP's defense is going to be deadly alongside Jalen Suggs, who's one of the best defensive point guards, making the all-defensive second team last season. In the Magic's first round series against the Cavaliers, he was the primary defender on Darius Garland, and in that series, he held the all-star guard 4 points below his regular season average. Together, Suggs and KCP will easily be one of the best defensive backcourts in the game. Getting by the first line of defense on the Magic is no easy task, and scoring on their second line of defense is even harder. The Magic have several rim protecting big men, making it tough for opposing teams to score in the paint. Wendell Carter Jr. doesn't have a high block average, but he's still able to alter shots near the rim by going straight up and using the rule of verticality. Wendell had to miss the start of the season due to a hand injury, and Goga Patazzi more than held it down in the games that he missed. In the time that Goga was the starting center, he ranked as one of the best shot blockers in the league. Jonathan Isaac also missed a lot of games due to injury, but when on the floor, he's an elite defender, especially as a rim protector, where his size, length, and agility allows him to rotate and make amazing defensive plays near the basket. And not only are the Magic's big men rim protectors, but there are also versatile defenders that can switch onto the perimeter and defend guards and forwards in isolation. Overall, the Magic ranked 3rd in defensive rating last year, and I would imagine that with the addition of KCP's defensive production, the defense will only get better. Even though KCP was a great addition, the true ceiling of this team will be determined by the growth of Orlando's dynamic duo, Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero has already reached stardom. His sophomore year in the league was historically great, becoming the youngest player in league history to lead his team in points, rebounds, and assists, all at just 21 years old. At 6'10", 250 pounds, Paolo is built like a tank. This makes him one of the league's best slashers. He easily dislodges defenders on his drives to the rim, making it easier for him to finish, and he easily absorbs contact, which often leads to and ones. Not only is Paolo deadly from the inside, but he's also a threat from the outside. His 3-point percentage wasn't amazing at just 34%, but it's good enough to keep defenses honest, which opens up driving lanes. Franz Wagner also took a step forward last season, raising his scoring average to just under 20 points per game. Like Paolo, most of his scoring comes inside the paint. He's athletic and he's got a really good handle for a player that stands at 6'10", which helps him to get by defenders. And he's a really strong finisher in the paint, knowing how to use his body to create space to get the shot off. Both Franz and Paolo dominate as drivers and finishers, which also helps them to get to the free throw line a lot and put teams in foul trouble. And not only have Franz and Paolo become terrific scorers, they're also unselfish players that create a lot of easy baskets for their teammates with their passing. The constant pressure that they put on the rim forces defenses into rotation, freeing up their teammates for open shots. And they don't just play hard on offense and rest on defense. They're two-way players as well, and they're versatile defenders, with both players having the ability to not only guard in space, but also rotate and be a help defender when the moment calls for it. With these two, the Magic have their star duo of the future, but both players need to keep improving and move up the star rankings for the Magic to get to that championship ceiling. How far the Magic go also hinges on Jalen Suggs' development, and to his credit, Suggs broke out last season. After 2 disappointing injury-plagued years in the NBA, it all came together for Suggs in his 3rd year, as he put up career highs across the board. After struggling with his outside shot his first 2 years in the league, he became much better in his 3rd year, hitting just under 40% of his threes on the season. And after shooting a low percentage in the paint in years past, Suggs' finishing at the rim also improved. But even though Suggs has made strides, the Magic need him to keep improving offensively. Suggs only averaged 12 points per game last year. The Magic needs Suggs to produce more so he could take scoring pressure off of Paolo and Franz. The Magic's team offense will really improve if Suggs can get better at breaking down defenses and playmaking for his teammates. Another X factor for the Magic will be Wendell Carter Jr. and Jonathan Isaac. Both players are skilled and talented big men, but they're also super injury prone, with Wendell playing just 55 games and Jonathan playing in 58 games last year. They get hurt a lot, but when they're on the court, they're both excellent players. When Isaac is playing, he's a hell of a defender. He's got the size, length, quickness, and reaction time to guard all 5 positions, and he's one of the rare bigs that can guard in space really well, but also protect the rim at a high level. And along with being an outstanding defender, Isaac is a skilled offensive big man. He shot the 3 pretty well last season, draining 37% of his threes. This forces opposing centers to step out to the perimeter, which opens up the floor and creates driving lanes for his teammates. And he's not just a shooter, he can put the ball on the deck, get to the basket, and finish. Wendell Carter Jr. is also skilled on both ends. Like Isaac, Wendell could switch onto ball handlers and more than hold his own in isolation. He doesn't get nearly enough credit for what he does as a post defender. He's really strong at 270 pounds, making it tough for opponents to back him down, and he's able to contest shots in the paint really well with that 7'5" wingspan. Even some of the best post-up players like Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic struggle to score on him down low. Offensively, Wendell also possesses the ability to space the floor, draining 37% of his threes last season. He's also got a strong handle for a center, which allows him to drive to the basket. Between Wendell and Jonathan, the Magic have 2 stretch 5s that also defend well, which is a rarity in today's NBA. If both players can stay healthy, that really raises Orlando's ceiling next season. The last player I want to talk about is Tristan da Silva, who the Magic took with the 18th pick in the 1st round. Da Silva is a 6'9" wing who played 4 years of college basketball at Colorado. He's not a fantastic shot creator, but he's got some strong off-ball skills that can help make him an impact player right away. He's a really good 3-point shooter, hitting 40% of his threes his senior year at Colorado and 38% over his 4-year college career as well. On a Magic team that was the worst 3-point shooting team in the league last year, this could be the key to him getting playing time. And he's not just a spot-up shooter, he could attack defenders trying to close out on him, get all the way to the rim and score. He also thrives as a cutter. These off-ball skills could make him a player that impacts winning even as a rookie. So summing everything up, the Magic are a very young and talented team with the chance to make some noise in the East next year. With the addition of KCP and the continued growth of the young players, the Magic could easily get over 50 wins next year and finish as a top 4 seed in the East. If enough things go right, the Magic could be legit title contenders. But now I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this young Magic team? How much better do you think they'll be next season? Do you think they're legit championship contenders? Let me see your thoughts down below in the comment section. Guys, I'm going to continue to talk about the Magic all off season long, along with other NBA teams. So if that sounds like something that would interest you, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing rest of your day.